So we had decided to head down to the broom fishery again for my birthday because we enjoyed it so much the first time we thought we'd organise it for a birthday trip, and we did not have to wait long before we got into our first fish. Both my rods were out just fishing the method feeder with a bit of ground bait and an 8mm pellet on the bottom, and my reel on the left had absolutely just ripped off. So I definitely felt the pressure to get it landed, with it being the first fish and it feeling really nice. Like I said, this was a good wee fight that this fish had given up, so I was feeling a wee bit worried that I wasn't going to get it, and thankfully I did, because this was my personal best mirror carp. It had been the longest and heaviest carp I'd caught of this species, so I was well impressed. We got it in the net and got it into the scales, and it came in at just over 12 pounds. So after weighing my fish and releasing it and putting my rods back out, within a few minutes James's left rod had also just absolutely ripped off. And the one thing I do like about carp fishing is when you do get runs, it's not like a pike where taking it slowly or gently, or maybe looking for little knocks like if you're fishing for perch or brown trout. The carp just absolutely rip off, and it's one of my favourite things about carp fishing at the moment. Well, that and the sheer weight and size they can get to. They're definitely one of the hardest fighting fish that I've ever had the pleasure of catching. The only thing I can compare it to is a pike of 20-30 pounds. But this is James's lovely common carp. It was a nice size as well. He didn't want to hold it for a picture in the video, so I just got a wee picture in the net. But then Jason as well had shouted me over. He had got into a really nice fish as well. Down the bottom right hand side of the pond there was definitely far more activity on the top of the water. You could see the reeds rustling about constantly the other side, and as you can see there, every time someone got a fish this down at the end of the pond, you could see all the other fish spooking and trying to get away from it. So it was quite good to see them all on the surface. But this is Jason's fish. He managed to get it netted, but I just hadn't recorded the last bit. Lovely fish, absolutely pristine. There's not a mark on it. And then we just decided to get a wee recordings of my fish. So these are all the fish that I got at the end of the day. It's just a good mix between mirrors and commons, and that was really about it. But some of them were definitely getting good sizes. The average size I think I was getting was maybe between 5 and 8 pounds, but then we did get a couple of bigger ones like this one. I think this one was about 9, maybe nearly 10. I can't actually remember the exact weight. But I'm just one of these people, as long as I'm catching fish, whether they're big or small, I'm just happy to be out and catching them. But obviously the big ones are preferred. But once it had hit 8 o'clock and the fishery had closed, we decided to come back to our bivvies and just order in a few pizzas and sit and chill for the night. But I definitely think that this is one of the coolest looking setups that we've had all together. So there was 4 of us and we had 4 big bivvies together, a big raised fire pit in the middle, a cooler full of ice and drinks and snacks and everything you could ask for there. So we were definitely well fed and well drank, so we were quite happy, and I thought I'd even put a couple of pictures up because it just looked so cool when it was set up. But this was our day 2 starting point, and to be fair, the start was really rough. It was absolutely torrential rain, but thankfully it had only lasted for about 40 minutes, 50 minutes. So once the sun had come out, we all started to get back out, and it heated up quite a lot. So at the start I was getting nothing but just smaller carp, but then they started definitely sizing up. As soon as the sun kind of went behind the clouds and it had cooled down a few degrees and it sat for a while, the big ones definitely started to come out. But not without a mix of smaller ones as well. But as the day started winding down and everyone started to leave, we did start getting down in size again. But we had definitely filled our boats. We had been more than happy with all the fish we had caught. We were definitely going home happy and with loads of pictures. But as the night started coming to an end, we just started slowly packing up and making sure we had everything, just starting to fill the trolleys and get the bivvies down and things like that, because I'm terrible for leaving stuff at the pegs. But as we were leaving, we were almost the last people out, a couple of kids leaving at the other side, but I must say we definitely had one of the best times carp fishing again.